And good morning, Wildcat fans. Welcome to the Roy B. Schaefer tournament. And I said good morning because the Cats are playing first. We're going on at 11:30. We'll start the ball game right at 12 o'clock. The Cats take on Southwest from Washburn, and we're excited about being here. We've got this ball game tonight. Then we've got another one tomorrow, or today, again at 6 o'clock. Neosho plays Purdy. Then tomorrow afternoon, a 3 o'clock ball game, Neosho takes on Lebanon. And here's the way this works. We're playing this this tournament in two different places. And, of course, it's to honor Roy B. Schaefer, who the baseball field is named after, here at the Marion Family Sports Complex. Southwest is in their place, and Neosho is in their place. But the first ball game, as we said, at 12 o'clock is Neosho and Southwest. Purdy and Lebanon play at 3 o'clock. Then Neosho and Purdy play at 6 o'clock. We're also playing over in Aurora. And at 12 o'clock, Aurora plays Carthage. At 3 o'clock, Stratford plays Carthage. At 6 o'clock tonight, Aurora plays Hillcrest. Then tomorrow we'll come right back, and Southwest and Lebanon play here at 12 o'clock. Neosho and Lebanon play at 3 o'clock. Southwest and Purdy play at 6 o'clock, while over in Aurora is playing Stratford at 12. Stratford plays Hillcrest at 3. Carthage and Hillcrest play at 6 o'clock. And if you're totally confused, just hang on, because on Saturday everybody is going to be here. We'll play for 7th place at 10 o'clock Saturday morning, for 5th place at 12:30. For 3rd place will be at 3 o'clock, and the championship game, which I'm fully confident our Neosho Wildcats are going to be in, is going to be at 6 o'clock. Hey, we're excited to be here. This is the ProLube Motor Maintenance and Tire Center pregame show. We will start it right at 12 o'clock, but right now we're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back to talk about Southwest. We don't know a whole lot about them, but we'll talk about Southwest, and we'll talk about the Cats, because there's some good things coming our direction. So we'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, this is Pastor Mike from Calvary of Neosho, and I want to take a few moments to give you hope today. Are you feeling overwhelmed with the daily struggles of affording rent, paying for groceries, buying gas? I want you to know that there is a God who is big enough to handle all these problems and bring you relief. He wants you to live free from worry and stress. James 4:2 says, "You have not because you ask not." Have you asked God to help you today? For KNEO Radio, I'm Mike Leake.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Compton CPA Group PC, located at 112 Northwood in Neosho, is a full-service accounting firm and is proud to support the Neosho Wildcats. Compton CPA Group PC can assist you at every stage of your financial life and help you work toward your financial goals. From tax preparation to bookkeeping services, Compton CPA Group PC has you covered. For all your tax and business affairs, call 417-451-2932 or learn more at ComptonCPAGroup.com. Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 9 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Are you hitting the road without the protection you need? Your car is your trusted companion, but it still needs a safety net. Get the auto insurance you deserve with Community Insurance. Our affordable plans are designed to protect you from life's little bumps and unexpected detours. Visit our website at firstcommunityinsurance.net or call us today at 870-793-9876. Community Insurance, your trusted companion on the road of life. Community Insurance is a subsidiary of First Community Bank.
Sam Gorham and Aaron Mitchell are your specialty risk insurance agents for Neosho and the surrounding area. They've been involved in Neosho sports since their own high school days and know the importance of athletic competition and how it teaches students life lessons every day. For all your home, auto, life, farm, ranch, and crop insurance needs, call Sam Gorham today at 417-850-5116 or Aaron Mitchell at 417-483-8337. You can also learn more online at specialtyriskinsuranceagency.com. Go Wildcats!
Welcome back to the Marion Family Complex. We are at the Roy B. Schaefer Stadium. It's good to be back. Baseball in Neosho. The Cats have played their very first two ball games. They played in Bentonville West and took it on the chin by a score of 9-1, and then they lost a real heartbreaker on Tuesday night when the wind blowing 40 mile an hour, and normally it would blow in over McDonald County, but it didn't. McDonald County Mustangs were victorious there by a score of 1-0. That's a game that saw Eric Hughes throw a 3-hitter. Unfortunately, the guy that pitched on the mound for McDonald County was Dustin Dowd, and he threw a 2-hitter. So it was a 1-0 ball game. We're excited about this ball club this evening, but there's a lot of different things going on we want you to take advantage of. As we said, first of all, we start the ball game today, and we are so grateful to have you here. But first and foremost, it is such a beautiful day. Come on out. The stands are pretty empty. The field is in great shape. We've got a couple of teams here that are hungry and want to play ball, and what better way to spend your afternoon than to see 2 or 3 ball games in the afternoon, then run over to the junior high where the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is putting on the Expo in the 6 o'clock ball game tonight. We will be broadcasting, and it will be broadcast over in the Expo building as well. We've got a big screen TV set up to be able to do that ball game as well. So we're excited about that. And then tomorrow night, if you don't have your tickets yet, you can call KNEO and you can talk to Roberta Foster, and she will get you a ticket for what has been going on around KNEO for many, many years, and it's called a Listener Appreciation Banquet. And we'll have some finger foods, we'll have some food. Dave 4 Quartet will be singing. Rick E. Mortis, a local comedian, will be sharing his thoughts as well. And then, of course, Mark Taylor. It's always good to be able to hear Mark talk about what's going on at KNEO and why. And we're excited about that. There's still some tickets. There's still some places available. So if you call Roberta Foster at the radio station, I'm sure she can fix you right up. Now, having said all of that, you can see the Cats are out on the field. They're kind of warming up. They have been here since about 10:30. The reason I know that is Luke Taylor and I have been over at the junior high getting set up for our booth. And if you do happen to make it over to the Expo, stop by and see myself, John Ball, Jim Jackson, and Luke Taylor. We've got a deal where you can throw a rubber ball in, and if you stick it and can throw it into the hole, there's all kinds of prizes that can be won as well. And as I said, that 6 o'clock ball game will be broadcast over there with a big screen TV. This is Neosho Wildcat Baseball. You're hearing it and seeing it on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. This is the pregame show that is being brought to you by ProLube Auto and Tire Center. We're going to take another 3-minute timeout, and then we'll be back with keys to the Cats and the starting lineups, and we'll talk a little bit more about this Cats team, because this is a different Cats team than what we've seen the last couple of years. It's going to be exciting, and come on out and enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it and have a lot of fun with what you do. So we'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray, because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Well, what kind of a man or woman should you be if you're going to be used of God?
Billy Graham.
The man God uses will have a love for his brothers and sisters in the ministry. Jesus said, "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, and that ye have love one to another. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you." And then secondly, we're to serve one another. Jesus said, "Whosoever of you will be the chiefest shall be the servant of all." Our Lord washing the disciples' feet. We should be servants of one another. Thirdly, we're to be patient with each other. The servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men. Paul said in 1 Thessalonians 5, be patient with each other.
Patience, service, love. These are the qualities of a true servant of God. Learn more at findpeacewithgod.net. That's findpeacewithgod.net. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association.
Southwest Missouri Bank in Neosho serves the Neosho area from 2 locations. They offer business banking services including checking and savings accounts, business loans, and electronic banking. Learn more online at smbonline.com. Southwest Missouri Bank, a proud sponsor of community broadcasting on KNEO, equal housing lender, member FDIC, where their slogan is Southwest Missouri Bank, we can do that.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Locally owned, operated, and here for you. Check out the new face of the Neosho Daily News, covering Newton County, highlighting area residents, businesses, school news, sports, and more. Find us on Facebook at Neosho Daily News or call 417-451-1520. Go get 'em, Wildcats!
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. John Ball here will be running solo today for the first couple of ball games. But once again, let me invite you to come on out. You can see the stands are relatively empty. It's a beautiful day outside. I don't know what the temperature is, but the wind is not blowing. It should be an exciting time and a great afternoon for sports. And then run on over to the junior high for the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce Expo. We're excited about being able to do that, and stop by the KNEO booth at the same time. PA announcer Dave Marty is over there. He was our PA announcer last year, so it's kind of like old home week. Here's what we can tell you about district playoff. The Cats are in Class 6, District 6, and that's going to be at a place somewhere in Springfield. But teams that are in that district are Carthage, who's currently 4-0. Glendale is 1-1. Joplin is now 3-0. Kickapoo is 2-2. The Cats, sadly, are 0-2, but we're going to change that today. Nixa is 0-4. Ozark is 1-0, and Republic is 2-2. We're going to talk just a little bit about what the Cats did on Tuesday night. It was our first time to see the Cats play, and it was an exciting ball game because it was a great defensive struggle. Quentin Hughes was on the mound for the Cats, and he pitched at his curveball, slider, and two-finger fastball, two-seam fastball that was working really well. And he pitched a great ball game. We had a couple of guys that got on base. In fact, the Cats got on base in 5 out of the 7 innings, and we got all the way around to third base. The second baseman for the Cats is Colton Southern, and he beat out the first infield by Never Say Die and continuing to move. And then later on in the ball game, Cade Spiva, who plays right field, had a hit as well. Now here's what we know about Southwest from Washburn. First of all, they're in Class 3. They'll be playing in District 12, and they're going to be playing the likes of Diamond, Lamar, Sircoxie, and Stockton. So they'll have plenty as well. We're looking forward to the Purdy ball game tonight because Purdy most definitely is one of those teams that, for a small school, is among the better baseball programs around. Joshua Hughes is the coach over there at Purdy, and he's been there for 20-plus years. So we are most definitely excited about that. Southwest has scored 10 runs in 2 different games. They played against Crane earlier in the year and beat them 10-0. Then they played Seymour, and Seymour, they scored 14 against them. So this is a ball club that knows how to score runs. Brandon Paulson, who bats about .487 last year, was the best in Class 3 in District 12. He and Tristan Morgan are the ones that kind of hold down this ball club. Morgan will be playing third base. Cats are excited about their opportunities, and we've got some really good arms out there. We're probably deeper as far as pitching is concerned than we've been in a while. We're going to take another timeout. We will be back with keys for the Cats right after this.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. State Farm agent Eric Norris and his team are here to help you go for 2 by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call and saves you time and money. So go for the win and score big savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way to help life go right. Call State Farm agent Eric Norris at 417-451-6666 for more information. And go Wildcats!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Joe Ringstaff, your Neosho Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Joe Ringstaff is a proud sponsor of the Neosho Wildcats on KNEO. For all your investment needs, call 417-451-7789 or stop by the office at 2502 Lusk Drive, Suite D in Neosho. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Pastor Barry Reel from the First Free Will Baptist Church of Neosho. Though our culture seems to be rejecting the idea of truth, we remain committed to obeying God's Word by speaking the truth in love. We would love to share God's truth and love with you. We're located at 960 Burr Crossing Road in Neosho, and we meet on Sunday mornings at 10:45 a.m. and then again on Sunday and Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Find us on Facebook at First Free Will Baptist Neosho or call 918-413-5465.
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium, where this ball game is going to get underway in just a few minutes. But first of all, being part of the ball game today and part of Neosho area is the Neosho Nazarene Church. They'd like to invite you to come and visit them sometime at Neosho Nazarene Church on Fair Hill Drive, just off Neosho Boulevard. Sunday morning services are at 8 o'clock and at 10:30, with Sunday school at 9:30. For more information, the phone number at Neosho Nazarene Church is 417-451-1847, or online at neoshonaz.org, and go Cats. It's time now for Keys for the Cats. Keys for the Cats are being brought to you by Eric Norris. He is your State Farm agent. Keys for the Cats are brought to you by Eric Norris, and he's located at 437 West Kohler Street in Neosho. Eric and his team offer a variety of insurance services for individual and business. To learn more, go online at ericnorrisinsurance.com or by phone at 417-451-6666. Keys for the Cats to win the ball game today. I think it's vitally important that the Cats do two or three things. First of all, we'll start with C. C stands for Coach. Coach Hessel and his team have done a great job of plugging the holes that were left by a graduating class last year. They just need to come together, trust each other, and make a great Wildcat team for this year. A stands for what we've got to do. We've got to attack the ball. We've got kids that know how to swing the bat. We saw that the other night. Unfortunately, the wind held that bat way up in the air. We've got to put the barrel on the ball. We have got to get people on base. Once we get people on base, the opportunities are absolutely endless. T stands for track the ball on defense. Let's listen to each other and let's get the ball in and to the right places. If we play selfless ball and communicate, the expectations for this ball club are going to be very, very high. And S stands for we've got to be strong. We've got to be strong up the middle. That means Smith, Nichols, and Versluis. Nichols is playing third base today, though, so that's most definitely important to us on defense, having a strong middle. And the middle of the lineup, Crane, Smith, and Southern. If we're strong both sides of that, then we're going to have a great time to wait until the 6 o'clock ball game this afternoon, just enjoying our first victory of the year. Southwest Washburn and Trojans are still out warming up, and we've got just about 10 minutes before this ball game gets underway, so we're going to take another timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineups. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
I am Josh Dotson with Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance Services. If you're in Missouri, I'm for you.
Clark Funeral Homes, with 2 locations, 312 South Wood Street in Neosho and Highway B at Highway 86 in Granby, is proud to be a part of these local communities. Established in 1890, they specialize in a variety of funeral service options, including traditional, cremation, and graveside services. They also offer monuments. Clark Funeral Homes, 417-451-2345, or online at clarkfuneralhomes.com, a sponsor of KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network.
We all have those days where we don't want to get up. But when we have true discipline and choose to rise up, we become the best version of ourselves. To start your journey today, visit risefitnesscenter.com.
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Fieldhouse. We're getting ready to get this ball game underway. As you can see, the two coaches are out at home plate. with the two officials, so we're going to talk about starting lineups. For the Southwest Trojans from Washburn, Missouri, and they're coached by Derek Mann. They have a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. Going to start with number 16, Logan Gregory, and he'll be playing shortstop. Number 21, Caleb Ayers, will be playing second base. In the 3-hole, it's going to be the pitcher, Brandon Paulson. He wears number 22. And then number 4, cleanup is Tristan Morgan. He plays third base. In the 5-hole, wearing number 3 on his back is Wyatt Taft. He is a center fielder. Then the guy wearing number 9, Tyler Meeks, is catching behind the plate. Number 4, Charlie Pippin, is playing first base. Number 8, Brandon Garcia, is playing right field. And number 1, Avon Burnett, is playing in left field. So it's going to be Gregory, Ayers, Paulson, Morgan, Taft, Meeks, Pippin, Garcia, and Darnett for the Cats, or for the Trojans. For the Neosho Wildcats, leading off and pitching is going to be number 1, Hudson Williams. And it's going to be number 22, Cade Spiva. He is playing in left field. Number 3 is Quentin Hughes. He wears 10 on his back, and he'll be playing shortstop. Cleanup hitter is going to be the Bulldog, Kenton Smith. He wears number 32, and he catches. Behind him is going to be Colton Southern. He'll be playing second base. He wears number 8. Brody Crane wears number 4 on his back. He'll be playing left field. Sophomore Cooper Charlton will be the designated hitter. Hayden Nichols wears 11 on his back, and he'll be playing third base. Then Finn Versluis, number 24, and he'll be playing in center field. And you can hear Dave Marty, the PA announcer. He'll be announcing the rest of their names, and then we will have the national anthem, and we'll be moving forward. So for the Cats, it's Williams, Spiva, Hughes, Smith, Southern, Crane, Charlton, Nichols, and Versluis. We got a chance to see, as we said Tuesday night, Quentin Hughes was the pitcher, and he's got a slider. He's got a two-stream fastball that moves just a little bit. Had an opportunity to see Hudson Williams, who plays wide receiver for the Neosho Wildcats as well, play third base, and he did a really, really great job defensively and made all the plays. So we're excited to see him on the mound because if his arm is indicative of what we saw with him throwing from third to first, then it's going to be an exciting ball game. And Dave Marty begins to talk about our Wildcats, and he mentions Cade Spiva, who'll be playing right field. Quentin Hughes, the shortstop, was just announced. Next, it's going to be, as we said, Canton Smith will be the catcher. He's so vitally important because of communication. He's the guy that makes sure that things go the way they're supposed to out on the field. Brody Crane has got some pop in his bat, even though it was a foul ball. He did hit one out of the park the other night at McDonald County, so I think that's going to be important too. And the rest of the Cats are coming out as well. And we're going to stand up and we'll have the national anthem, and we'll be getting this ball game underway. with that, we will get moving here just real quick. The teams are going back to their respective dugouts, and this ball game will be underway. We have not been able to see Hudson Williams pitch yet, but as I said, if his arm is indicative of what we saw over McDonald County the other night, throwing from first to third, then it should be an exciting ball game, and he's going to have a fastball with some pop on it. Starting his warm-up pitches right now, and opening up is going to be Logan Gregory. He's going to play shortstop for this Trojans team from Southwest. Good to have you with us, John Ball, here with we're at Roy B. Shaver Stadium. As I said, you've still got plenty of time to come on out and be with us. Beautiful, beautiful day. And in just a minute here, I will be able to tell you what the temperature is. Well, maybe I will, maybe I won't if I can make my phone work. I've never been real good at that. It's 64 degrees and sunny. There is very little wind looking at the American flag over at George Washington Carver School. It is just barely moving, and it's moving a little bit towards left field, if anything at all. So it should be a good ball. It should be a good ball game. Not a whole lot of balls have been hit out of this ballpark. It's pretty deep in several different places, and then in dead center field, of course, there's another 8 foot up above the fence. So if you put one out there, it's going to have to be a towering hit. All right, we are about ready to get this ball game underway, and it looks like that first batter is going to be Logan Gregory. He plays a shortstop, and he steps in on the left-hand side of the plate. So we'll start from the very beginning. Hudson's pitch, and it's popped up. Looks like it's going to be a can of corn. Colton Sutherland calls for it, and there's one out. So a good start for the Cats. We need 3 up, 3 down so we can get our bats going real quick. Caleb Ayers is up. Now he's going to be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side, be hitting towards left field, and he swings at a high fastball, strike one. Cats are just kind of getting used to being able to play together. This has been a team that is still developing. Here comes the next pitch, and it's going to be low and inside for a ball. It counts a ball and 1 strike on Caleb Ayers. He plays 2-bag position. There's the next pitch. Looks like it's going to be a little bit inside for ball 2. Counts 2 balls and a strike. Hudson doesn't waste a whole lot of time. He's kind of got strike 2 call. He's kind of got not a whole wind-up, but more of a from the side type wind-up. Here comes the third pitch. 2-2's the count. Call strike 3. So we've got 2 outs, and it's the first K for Hudson. It's always great to get that first one out of the way and on. Batter is going to be the pitcher. He's a big, strapping young man, steps in there. He is Brandon Paulson. He hits last year a .477. There's the first pitch, and that's a call strike. And looks like Hudson is just rocking and throwing. He looks down at his wrist coach for just a minute. Here comes the second pitch. That one's way high for a ball. That evens the count at 1-1. And Paulson went fishing for that one. It was a down and outside, but that's called strike 2. Southern is playing a little bit close to the bag, but he's also playing back on the grass, and that ball is hit, and it's going to be foul. It's going to go over into the batting cages, but that was a pretty well hit ball. And the count remains the same. Be good for the Cats to get 3 up and 3 down before this ball game gets going too far and come back and get the bats rattling. I've never known a time that Cats didn't get out and get started first that they didn't carry through for the rest of the ball game. Hudson Williams looks down, and he's kind of a stretch. There it goes. And he got him, strike 3. So 2 strikeouts for Mr. Hudson Williams. And there was nobody left on base, no runs. 3 up and 3 down. You are watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Fawcett Greenhouse at 898 Baxter Street in Neosho is a proud supporter of Neosho sports. Springtime brings growing season and baseball to the Neosho area, and Fawcett Greenhouse supports all Neosho spring sports and wants to wish all Wildcats good luck for a happy and safe season of competition. Fawcett Greenhouse can supply you with all your home landscaping and gardening needs. For more information, the number is 417-451-5369 or FawcettGreenhouse.com.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. The Cats in the very first ball game playing southwest of Washburn, the Trojans. And this is the Roy B. Shaver Tournament. What a great honor for a man that was not only strong in sports, but was quite an educator in the Neosho area for many, many years. Cats are going to start here in just pretty quick. Hudson Williams, the pitcher's got an opportunity to start off by helping his own cause. Ball game is being brought to you by Edgewood Bowl, Seneca Bank, People's Seneca Bank, Missouri Southern State University, Compton CPA Group, First Community Bank. Williams steps in. I'll throw the ball around for just a minute. Third baseman Morgan goes over to say something to pitcher Paidson. Here's the first pitch. And it's low and inside for a ball. Don't know a whole lot about this Southwest group, but there's a call strike. Payton is a big, strapping young man and can be a little bit intimidating on the mound, I would think. Here comes his next pitch. He's pitching from the windup, and that ball's hit up into the air. First baseman is trying to call it off, and there's the first out. So Williams is down with a fly out to the first baseman. Here's Cade Spiva. Cade had a hit for the Cats the other night. He blooped the ball just right over second base, and it dropped in. Here comes the first pitch, and it looks like it's ball low and outside. We're certainly glad to have you with us today, but we invite you to come on out. It's a beautiful day for ball. Here comes the next pitch, and that's a swung on. It's going to be over. First baseman is calling that one off, too, and he makes the play. Charlie Pippin has made 2 plays, and there are 2 outs just that quick. It's going to bring up Quentin Hughes. Quentin Hughes did something a little uncharacteristic of him. He had a strikeout the other day at McDonald County, and that doesn't normally happen. He's a very disciplined hitter, and there is a good solid hit. It's going to go right up between first and second base, and he's going to go around. It's going to go all the way to the fence, and maybe with his speed, he's going to go to third base, and he's going to end up at third. Standing triple for Quentin Hughes. So the Cats have got something going immediately. That brings up Canton Smith, the catcher. Well, Hughes took that first pitch, and he hit it right into the gap between center and right field and just continued to run as that ball went all the way to the fence. Good for the Cats to get a start like that with a runner in third base. There's 2 outs. Here comes the first pitch, and it's a call strike 1. Canton stands back in there. He normally likes to look at that first pitch, kind of try to get the pitcher's timing down just a little bit. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a foul ball, and it's going to go over towards the Wildcat dugout, so the count's now a ball and a strike. Well, no, I'm sorry, it's 2 strikes. That's right. Payton's up on the count, and he hit him. So Canton goes to first base, and that's going to bring up Colton Southern. Runners on the corners, and here is second baseman Colton Southern. And Drake Swift is going to be a pinch runner for Smith so he can get back and get his gear on. Southern had a hit just right past the shortstop in the ball game Tuesday night, and there's a run. Drake Swift's going down to second base, and he's there plenty of time. So nice job by Swift to steal second base. Runners now in scoring position at second and third. Southern holds his hand up, he gets in there, and he gets ready. Here comes the pitch. And it's low for a ball. Nice job by Tyler Meeks that time to smother that ball so a run did not score. 2 balls and no strikes with 2 outs. And Southern swung on, and it's going to be back up over to the backstop for a strike. After Southern is Brody Crane, and then the sophomore Cooper Charlton, who is DHing today for the Cats. Here comes the next pitch from Payton, and it's going to be a ground ball that's hit to the shortstop. The shortstop is quickly going to get over, so it is a 6-3, and the Cats leave a couple. But what we did is we showed that we can hit the ball and we can get it wide open. So there's 1 inning of play out of the way, and we're knotted up at 0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Insurance Benefits Consultants now has 2 locations to serve you. They're located at 1009 South Neosho Boulevard in Neosho and at 701 Northwest McNelly Road in Bentonville, Arkansas. They are proud supporters of the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They provide Medicare and Medicaid supplemental policies, as well as life, health, and group health insurance plans from companies like Allstate and Colonial. For more information, call 417-451-4244 or in Arkansas, 479-431-5226. Tally Tire at 18152 East Highway 86 is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, and Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457 or online at tallytire.com.
They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. The law offices of Wood & Peterson are proud supporters of the Neosho Wildcats.
Well, we apologize for the audio problems that we had, but all is well. The Cats got the third out by pitcher Williams jumping off the mound and being able to field the ball and get it over to first base. That meant the Washburn stranded a runner on first base, and their half of the first inning there was no score. Brody Crane is the hitter. He plays left field, and he popped the first one high, skying out of bounds for a foul ball. In case you're just joining us, Brandon Paulson is on the mound for Southwest of Washburn, and there comes the next pitch, and it's going to be a call. It's a foul ball as well. Crane was way out in front of that one, and he did all he could just to kind of spoil it and get it out of the way. So there's no balls and 2 strikes. There's no outs. It's the bottom half of the second inning, and there's no score. There's a high outside pitch, and looked like he wanted to chase it, but he didn't for a ball. Here's the next pitch, and he got him. He struck him out. So there is 1 strike. And that is the first strike out for Paulson. Here brings up Cooper Charlton. He DH'd for the Cats. He'll be coming in from the left-hand side, and he DH'd for us at the end of the ball game the other night. and he hit the ball game and hit it sharply down third baseline, but he got a good piece of it. Cats are going to have to put the barrel on the ball, there's no doubt about it, during this ball game. Catcher Meeks wants to go out and talk to Paulson for just a minute, kind of maybe settle him down just a little bit, or they got crossed up on their signals. Paulson looks and he goes into his windup, and there's a pitch, and there's a hard hit ground ball down towards second base. Second baseman picks it up and makes the out. So there's 2 outs, and that was a 4-3 out. Brings up who's becoming the real utility man for the Cats, and that's Jaden Nichols. He played shortstop. He has played second base, and he'll be playing second base in the next ball game, and he's playing third base right now. So that was a ball low and inside. Cats are going to have to do something to get those bats rolling. We're defensively a great, great ball club, and we had the bats rolling in that first inning, had a great opportunity, but it was for naught. Nichols stands in there, and he scoots back for a ball low and inside. Finn Versluis will be the next batter. We've not seen him. He was DH'd 4. He was the flex player in the ball game the other night against McDonald County. Paulson looks down his stretch, and there's a walk. So the Cats have got something going now with 2 outs, and Nichols is on first base. Here comes Versluis. He was able to stop a ball that was hit pretty good into center field. He was on his horse and was able to stop it. He steps in from the right-hand side and cocks his bat back, and there's a call strike. Yeah, a quick throw back over to first base. Finn Versluis is one of those people that Coach thinks has the possibility of being one of the best outfielders that Neosho's seen in a long time. And there was a ball that's hit, oh my goodness, too bad it was hit solid, and it was hit right down the first base line, and it just, before it got over first base, it took a little bit of a slice. That would have been extra bases. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first base. Here comes the pitch from Paulson. He's looking over at first base, and here it comes. And, oh, he was out. It was a nice throw that time by the catcher over to the shortstop for the 3rd out in order to get Nichols, who was running. So Versluis will come back up in the next part of the inning for the Cats. So far, there's 2 innings played, and there is no score. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
A proud supporter of local high school athletics is Numac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is numac.com or 417-451-1515. Numac Electric, proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, where their slogan is Your Touchstone Energy Partner.
The Sports Locker, located at 1206 Neosho Boulevard, Neosho, is a proud supporter and supplier of Crowder College athletics. The Sports Locker also specializes in team sports apparel for high schools and Little League teams. They also have Nike and Under Armour clothing, open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, Saturday from 9:30 to 5, and Sundays noon to 5, or online at shopsportslocker.com. Proud supporters of Crowder College athletics.
John Ball with you at Roy B. Shaver Stadium, Neosho Wildcats. I've got 2 innings to play in with the Washburn Trojans, or Southwest Trojans, and there is no score. Leading off for Southwest in the top half of the third inning is Brandon Garcia. He'll be followed by Aiden Burnett, and then it's the top of the batting order. So far, Williams has just kind of posted right along there. He hit a runner, and that was the only person that has been on base for Southwest at this time. There's a foul ball for strike one. Garcia steps in, gets comfortable, bends his leg just a little bit. Looks like a ball low and inside. So the count's even at 1-1. Williams works pretty fast. He comes from that windup, and there's another ball that was chased. He's got some sort of a pitch that fades away from left-handed batters, and it drops off out of the strike zone. We've seen that happen a couple of times. Here comes his next pitch, and there's a strike three. So Williams comes back up, and he now has 1, 2, 3. He's got 4 strikeouts. Here's Aiden Barnett. He plays right or left field. He fouls off the first one. No, I guess that was not. That was a ball. So there's one out, there's one ball and no strikes. Here comes Williams' next pitch. And that ball is hit to Williams, and he catches it in the air. Goes over to first base and overthrows first base. And Barnett goes on around to second base. Looked like a can of corn for just a minute, but it was an overthrow. That's a E on the pitcher, and the runner is at second base. Here's the top of the batting order, Logan Gregory. He flied out to Colton Southern his first time up. He steps in from the left-hand side. Working from the stretch, and that ball's outside, and it got away from Kenton Smith, but runner does not go. We're having trouble hanging on to the ball for just a minute or two, it looks like. And there's a situation. There's one out, there's one ball, and a runner on second for the Trojans of Southwest from Washburn. Here comes the next pitch from Hudson Williams. A little bit low and outside for ball 2. Neosho probably has more pitchers this year than they've had in quite a little while, so playing a tournament like this is a great opportunity to see some of those guys get out on the mound and get their sea legs, so to speak. 3-0's the count. There's one out on the leadoff batter, Logan Gregory. Williams looks at second base, comes back, and there's a call, strike one. And we saw, and rightfully so, Gregory was taking that pitch all the way. Williams works from the stretch. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be high and foul and out of play over there by the picnic tables, it looks like. So that makes the count full at 3-2. Williams looks at second base. Here comes the next pitch. And it's a ball. So we've got runners on first and second now. Here's Aiden Ayer. He struck out his first time up. He wears number 21 on his back, and he plays second base. You know, the pitcher's best friend right now would be good for the Cats. That best friend is a double play ball. And there's a ball that's hit high and out of bounds for a foul ball, strike one. Flag's blowing just a little bit more over towards left field now, but certainly not enough to amount to anything. Williams looks at second base, and here comes the next pitch, and it's a strike. Looked like that Ayers was at squaring around to bunt that time, and may have caught some of Neosho's infielders unaware because they have to protect first and second base. But there's 2 strikes and no balls. Here comes the third pitch. little bit low and inside. Hudson really wanted that one. He thought that was a good pitch. And from our perspective, it probably was, but we're not down there behind home plate. Here comes the next pitch underway. That one's inside too. That evens the count at 2-2. Runners on first and second, and there is one out. We're in the top half of the third inning. Neosho Wildcats and the Trojans of Southwest from Washburn. And there's a ball hit down towards first baseline, and nobody seems to be able to get it. Here comes the first run that'll come in, and the ball is thrown all the way back in, and the runner it's overthrown, and hurry up by Smith was able to stop that second run from coming in. But the Trojans are the first to draw blood. Gregory goes to third base, and Ayers gets on by way of an error. And he is over at second base, so runners on second and third, one run in, and there is one out. Timeout is called for just a minute, and we're going to have a pinch runner, and that pinch runner is number 5. He was hit by a pitch. Paulson was hit by a pitch, so he will go to first, and number 5 is their pinch runner. Bases are loaded now. Cats are in a little bit of a jam. Now's a good time to stop it right here. There's the first pitch, and it's called strike 1. That's a freshman. Ryan Stewart is the pinch runner over on first base, and there's a swung on strike 2. Strikeout would work real good for the Cats' cause right here as well. Bases are loaded. There's one run in, and we're in the top half of the third inning. Here comes Hudson's next pitch, and he got him. Strike 3. So there's 2 outs now. And that brings up Wyatt Taft, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. Hudson Williams on the mound for the Cats looks over at his wrist coach. Kind of works from the stretch, and here comes the first pitch. Strike 1. Swung on. So he's got 2. He's a third of the way out of this jam with the bases loaded. What a confidence builder for the Cats if they could keep Washburn from scoring again. And there's another swing on. Strike 2. Cats are all back in regular formation now. They were playing for the play at the plate earlier. And there's the next pitch, and nice job by Canton Smith to stop that ball, because that would have been another run in. A lot of times the value of a catcher is not so much being able to work the pitcher and talk with him and do everybody else. The value of the catcher is him being able to smother the ball and keep it from scoring. And there's another hit. So Taft goes to first base again with a hit pitch, and that's going to bring in a score. Gregory is going to turn around to score. Avers is going to third, and Paulson's pitch runner is going to second. Bases still loaded, 2 runs in. Smith goes out to talk to Hudson for just a minute and say, "It's okay, calm down. We can come back from this. We know how to do that. We can put the bat on the ball." Williams going from the windup, and there's a high fly ball hit to third base. So it's going to go down the left field line, and it is caught. So there were 2 runs scored in the inning. And the Neosho Wildcats are coming up to bat. So after 2.5 innings of play, the score is 2-0 in favor of the Trojans from southwest of Washburn. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
You found it, the ultimate car wash, the one that leaves your vehicle looking brand new every single time. Do we have a prep team that pre-washes? You bet. Over 300 ports applying soap to your vehicle? Yes, sir. 40 high-pressure nozzles providing over 2,500 psi of pressure? Who wouldn't? Buff and dry features that dry your car along with combined 100 horsepower blowers? Try 150. Be careful, we might just blow you away.
Welcome back to Roy B. Shaver Stadium. The Cats are coming up in the bottom half of the third inning. There weren't really a lot of hits in that last inning. It was a matter of an error and then an infield hit that was really hit that bounced off of Lawson's glove, but it was out of his range anyway, and that got out into the outfield and then allowed that second run to score. Versluis was the batter when we had to throw out at second base a while ago, so he's first. And there's the first pitch from Paulson. It's a strike. Cats need to put the barrel on the ball right here. Here comes the next pitch from Paulson, and that one's low and outside for a ball. Paulson looks down. He gets a signal. Here comes the pitch underway, and that ball is inside. So 2 balls and a strike on Vin Versluis, the center fielder for the Neosho Wildcats. Paulson works throws a little bit of a changeup that kind of fooled everybody, and it dropped in there for a strike. So we've got 2 balls and 2 strikes on Versluis. Here comes the next pitch from Paulson, and it's low and inside for a ball. So Paulson's got a full count. Versluis has worked him to a full count. It's the top of the batting order for the Cats. And it'll be Williams, Spiva, and Hughes. And there's a walk. So Versluis gets on the base pass for the Cats. And he just looks like a young man that has got a lot of speed. So we'll see if we don't do something here. However, we saw Meeks has a pretty good arm just a little while ago as he threw out Hudson going to second base, and there's a bunt, and it's called pull back. Hudson stands in there, and he pulled that one back too for ball 2. Maybe Paulson's having a little bit of control problems here in the last little bit. Here's the next pitch, and that's a call strike. He took something off of that in order to make sure it was a strike. It was on the inside corner. So Williams has a count of 2-1, and Versluis is over at first base. He sets down to bunt, and he bunts, and it's going to be a good bunt. It's going to be played over to first base, and the out is made, but Versluis gets around, and he does his job. 1-3 sacrifice was the put out. Here's Cade Spiva. He flied out to the first baseman his first time up. Now this is an opportunity for the Cats to use their speed. They're playing a little bit of small ball, and let's get on the board here. After Spiva, it'll be Hughes, and then it'll be Smith. Ball low and inside. There's a work from the stretch from Paulson, and that is swung on, and it's going to go back over here to the soccer field. There's still plenty of time to get out here and enjoy some baseball. The next ball game is going to be at 3 o'clock. And you can always go over by and, there was a fake back to second base. Run over by and see us over at the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. There's a hard hit ball down towards shortstop, And the shortstop gets it and gets the ball around over to first base, but Versluis takes third base on it. So 5-3, but we advance the runner. Here's Quentin Hughes. Quentin had a triple his last time up. Hit the ball right down the power alley between center and right field. And it's the catcher Canton Smith after that. And there is a hard hit ball, but it's going to be caught by the center fielder. It looks like he's camped under it and makes the catch. And for the third out of the side. So the Cats strand another one. And at the end of 3 innings, the score is the Trojans from Southwest Washburn 2 and the Neosho Wildcats nothing. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They are located in their new offices at 8115 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote or online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. And go Cats!
Hi, I'm Pastor Jeremy Bridges with the Canopy Church, and I want to take 30 seconds today to encourage you to pray. Because our prayers have the power to move heaven. James 5 says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. When we pray, God listens. When we pray, situations can change. When we pray, miracles can happen. And heaven moves on our behalf, simply because we pray. Take some time today and pray. For KNEO Radio, I'm Jeremy Bridges.
Top half of the 4th inning. John Ball with you at Roy B. Shaver Stadium, the first ball game of the Roy Shaver tournament. Neosho Wildcats are down by a score of 2-0 to the Trojans from southwest of Washburn, but it's not because we haven't had opportunities. We've left runners stranded in 3 of the innings that we've played so far. There's the first pitch, and that's a hit. He was hit on the inside. So Hudson Williams starts out this inning by hitting, and that's the third person he's hit. And that means that Mr. Meeks, the catcher, goes to first base. Here is Brandon Garcia. He stands in, he's getting ready to bunt. He bunts it up in the air. Hudson tries to catch it, but he doesn't. And there's another, I believe the ball actually hit the runner that time. And means the base runner is not only safe, but it also means that Pippin is around to third base. So Garcia's on first, and Pippin is at third. And here's Aiden Barnett. He came around and scored. He got on by way of an error his last time up and came around and scored one of the 2 runs in the last inning. Coach Bo Hessel says, let's stop and talk for just a minute or two. It's uncharacteristic, the number of errors that the Cats have had, but they've not really been forced errors. I mean, it's just kind of a ball that was hit out of Lawson's way. And we're through, and we're going to come right back out. And then that ball that Hudson had, and he had the runner, but the ball hit him on the arm. So, runners on the corners. There's no outs, and here's number 1, Aiden Barnett. Hudson looks over. I'm not real sure. We weren't a little mixed up on our plays right there. Good throw that time by Smith down to second base, but infielder Versluis had to come in and get the ball and get it back inside because there was nobody covering second. So runners on second and third. No outs. It's the top half of the 4th inning, and there's a ball. So we've got a ball and a strike. That's Williams on the mound for the Cats. He's working from the stretch. Looks back at the runner at second base. Here comes the pitch, and there's a called strike. So now the count is a ball and 2 strikes. There's no outs in the top half of the 4th inning, and the Trojans from Southwest are up on the Cats by a score of 2-0. Here comes the next pitch from Williams, and he just waved at it for the strikeout. So there was a strikeout, and there is 1 out. Here comes the top of the batting order. Logan Gregory, he walked and came around and scored in the last inning. The first inning, he flied out to Colton Sutherland. Hudson looks and deals, and that ball is hit, and it's hit over towards left field, but it is out of bounds for a foul ball. Cats have got somebody warming up in their bullpen. That's a good opportunity the Cats have because, as I said earlier, we are pretty deep. Oh, nice job that time by, I'm not sure what happened, whether that was going to be a suicide or what, but number 4 got all the way down, Pippin, to score, and Kenton Smith came up and tagged him for the out. So there's the second out, and a runner advances to third base, but that's okay. We've got 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch. Call strike. It's a good opportunity for the Cats to take advantage of a miscue by Southwest that time. We need to get this out, and we need to come in and score. Here comes the next pitch, and it's a little bit low and outside. Gregory bats from the left-hand side of the plate. As we said, he scored in the last inning when he came around. 2-2, and 2 is the count. And there's a ball that is high, and Kenton Smith jumps up and looks down towards third base as if he's going to throw it, kind of daring the runner. We've got a full count, and there's 2 outs, a runner on third base. Here comes to Hudson Williams, and once again it's high and outside, and he'll go to first base.
Brings up number 21, Caleb Ayers.
Caleb Ayers got on by first and was stranded at third base in that inning where they scored 2. He struck out his first time up. Smith goes out and shoots the signals to everybody in the infield to know what to do. At this point, we just need to concentrate on the batter, and we need to get the third out, and all is well. Here comes Hudson Williams' first pitch. Call strike 1. Now, that ball looked like it might have been a little bit inside and tailed away, which it absolutely did, and we got the strike. So, nice pitch that time by Hudson Williams. Still working from the stretch. Here comes the runner goes ahead and goes to second base. Canton fakes over, but we give him the base, and he held the ball and was hoping that maybe they would continue to try to run on in. So runners on second and third now. 2 strikes on the batter. Here comes Williams' next pitch. And that's a hit that's going to third base. Third base comes up with it and gets him. So we had a 5-3 for the third out. That's got to give the Cats some confidence because there were no runs scored. At the end of 4.5 innings of play, the score is Washburn, the Trojans from Southwest, up 2-0 over the Neosho Wildcats. You're watching Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Today's Wildcat game is brought to you by Edgewood Bowling Center of Neosho, Missouri. Located at 2811 Gardner Edgewood Drive, they now have new synthetic lanes for adult and children bowling leagues and a smoke-free environment. They also have a certified pro shop and hosting for private parties. They offer Cosmic Glow Bowling on Fridays and Saturdays after 9 p.m. To learn more about Edgewood Bowling Center and their leagues for adults and children, the phone number is 417-451-4505.
Welcome back to Roy B. Schaefer Stadium. John Ball with you. It is the bottom half of the fourth inning, and the Neosho Wildcats are down by a score of 2-0. It's not been a bad ball game for the Cats so far. As I said, there's been a couple of errors, but they certainly have been unforced. But the Cats have got to do something. They've got to put the barrel on the ball this time, and the bottom half of this inning is a great time to do that. We took advantage of a miscue by the Trojans the last time. If we can pick up a couple of scores and really make them pay for that miscue, then that goes a long ways for our confidence. On the mound is Brandon Paulson. He's pitched the whole way. Here comes his first pitch, and there's a call strike to Kenton Smith. Kind of works his bat over a little bit, steps back in there, and he's ready to go. Here comes the next pitch. It's low and inside for a ball. So we've got a ball and one strike on the catcher, Kenton Smith, who tagged the guy out coming into home off a misplayed bunt a while ago. That ball's inside for ball two. There's a solid hit. It's going to be down the third baseline, but it's foul. He just kind of roped that one, and those are the kind of hits that we certainly have got to have. Next ball game, which will be starting at 3 o'clock. And I'll tell you who that's with here in just a minute. It's going to be Lebanon and Purdy. Kenton strikes out, and here comes Colton Southern. Mr. Paulson seems to be rolling right along. He's had a little bit of a issue with control, but seems to be getting stronger and stronger. Colton looks at a pitch and takes it on the outside for a strike. Working from the windup, here it comes, and there's a high outside ball. Evens a count of 1-1. Timeout. Colton wants to take timeout. He thought maybe we'll play a little cat and mouse game and think Olson's taking a little bit too long, but he tries to get back in there. Brody Crane will be up next. And there is a ball on the outside. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Paulson works from the stretch, and that ball is hit high, and it's going to be back out of play. Maybe into the, no, it's going to be over by the soccer fields. Colton grounded out 6-3 his first time up. And there is a high fly ball, and the center fielder is calling for it, and he's got it for the out. So Wyatt Taft makes that second out, and the Cats have got 2 down. Here comes Brody Crane.
Brings up number 4, Brody Crane.
He struck out his first time up. He plays left field. He's one of those we may see pitching here before too long, and he had a swing at that one for strike 1. Ball low and outside. There's no action in the Wildcats bullpen right now. There was a little bit earlier. Paulson winding up, and here comes the pitch underway. And he hits it hard, and that's going to be a fair ball, and Crane is going to go all the way around. He's going to stop no man's land at first base, but nice ball down the first base line. So the Cats again have got a runner on. Here's Cooper Charlton. He grounded out 4-3 his last time up. He bats from the left-hand side of the plate. He hit the ball solid. Unfortunately, that's twice he's done it right back at somebody. Crane probably taking a little more time down from first base than what Paulson would like for him to, because there was a throwback, and here comes another one. If the Cats can get Paulson to concentrate on the runner instead of the batter, we're that much better off. There's a ball outside. Two outs. It's the bottom half of the fourth inning, and the Cats are down 2-0. Brandon Paulson's on the mound for the Trojans from Southwest, and that is a call in the outside corner, strike one. Charlton steps in and rears back, and he tries to hit the ball down the left field line, and it goes foul. Well, what the Cats have got to do is obviously hit the ball where they're not. And we've had a couple of hits, but we need to make good opportunities and hit pay dirt. Comes the next pitch, and that's a foul because I'm a hit and run, so Crane will go back to first base. Charlton steps back in, gets ready, and there's a ball high and outside to the sophomore. That evens the count at 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Brody Crane over on the first base. The Cats' opportunity to score. And he's going. And that was a fouled out, too. He had a pitch and run on. That was a pretty hard hit ball, in fact, down the left field line. So the Cats are trying a myriad of things in order to get around to score. Here comes the pitch from Paulson, and that one's going to be low and outside, even though catcher Tyler Meeks did his very best to frame it to give the umpire a very best chance. The count's full, 3-2, a runner on first base, and there is 2 outs. And there goes. And it's a ball 4, so we got runners on first and second. Brings up the third baseman, Jaden Nichols. He walked in the second inning, and then he was caught stealing a base. And there's a ball that's hit to the shortstop, and the ball goes over, and it is a 6-3 out, and that stops the Cats from any opportunity of scoring this inning. So at the end of 4 innings, Neosho Wildcats are down to the Trojans from Southwest by a score of 2-0. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
At the Hillcrest Church of Christ, we're striving to be His own people, eager to do what is good. Join us for worship at 10 and 6 Sundays, and for class Sunday morning at 9 and Wednesday evening at 7. You're sure to find a warm welcome and friendly people seeking to please God according to His Word. Wildcats, join us every Tuesday morning before school for Devo and Donuts at 7 a.m. Learn more about the Hillcrest Church of Christ at neoshochurchofchrist.org.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
John Ball with you. Welcome back. It is the top half of the 5th inning. This ball game is just an hour old, and we're already into the 5th inning. So it's moving right along. Trojans from Southwest at Washburn are up over the Cats by a score of 2-0. Hudson Williams has been on the mound for the Cats from the very beginning, and he has 4 strikeouts to his name. Unfortunately, he's hit 3 batters as well. Here's Brandon Paulson. He is the pitcher for Southwest. There's the first pitch, and it is low and outside. Canton Smith thought, now wait a minute, this ball should have been in there, and he did everything he could in order to frame it for the umpire. Paulson struck out in the first inning. He got on by way of an error and was left stranded at second base in the third inning. Williams is going to stop for just a minute for a little bit of equipment repair. Looks down at his wrist coach. In the windup, and here's the pitch. And that one gets away from Smith for a ball. No damage done. Just a ball. 2 balls and no strikes on the pitcher from Washburn. And ball 3 on the inside corner. Tristan Morgan, the third baseman, will be the next batter up. And there's a call strike. Still nobody working over in the Wildcats bullpen. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's a ball. Low and inside. So the pitcher, Paulson, goes to first base, base on balls. And he, okay, here comes his pinch runner, and that's number 5, it's Ryan. Ryan Stewart on first base as a pinch runner. Here's Tristan Morgan. He has struck out and is flied out to center field. And he hit that one and hit it a ton. But fortunately, it's going to be foul. Williams working from the stretch. Throws the ball back over towards first base. And field umpire signals safe. No wind blowing at all right now. So here comes the next pitch. And that's a call strike. Nice little sinker that time. Caught Morgan unaware. No balls in, 2 strikes, a runner on first base. It is the top half of the 5th inning. Williams throws the ball back over to Noah Lawson at first base, and he hangs on to it. Williams checks first base. Here comes the pitch. And that is... the runner goes down to second base. I thought we were going to say that the batter was hit, but he was not. So that's a wild pitch, and Stewart goes to second. Williams looks over at second base, and here comes the next pitch. It's high and inside for a ball. That evens the count at 2-2. Center fielder Versluis is playing shaded just a little bit over towards third base, but not very far. And Cade Spiva out there in right field is almost in between first and second base. And there's another hard hit ball, and it was hit a ton too, but it's going to be foul. Foul and out of play, so count remains the same. Ball game is being brought to you by Tally Tire, the Law Office of Wood and Peterson, Newmac Electric, and Sports Locker. There's that little off-speed sinker that Morgan didn't bite on, so that's a full count. Senior digs in with a runner on second base, and there's the pitch, and that's going to be a hard hit ball. Versluis looks like he's got it out in center field. And he gets on his horse, goes almost to left field in order to get that. So that's the first out of the inning.
Number 3, Wyatt Taft.
And here's Wyatt Taft. He's been hit by a pitch twice. The center fielder steps in on the right-hand side of the plate. Here comes the first pitch, and it's high for a ball. Williams working from the stretch, looks back over at second base. Here comes the pitch underway, and there's a strike. Taft went fishing on for that one. It was a low outside pitch. Williams looks back. Here's the stretch, and there's a pitch underway, and that ball's hit to third base, and it's looked back. Great job that time by Nichols to look back the runner and still make the throw over to the third base for the second out. So there's 2 outs, and here's the catcher, Tyler Meeks. Williams looks over at second base and then comes down. It's a high and outside pitch for ball. Makes flight out to the center fielder, or left fielder, Brody Crane, and then he was hit by a pitch. Comes Williams' next pitch. That one's going to be low and inside for ball 2. Williams has thrown a lot of pitches. Be interesting to see if he gets back up in the batting order, what the Cats do. Here comes the next pitch, and there's a call strike. Now the team from Lebanon just got here. As I said, they'll be playing the 3 o'clock ball game against Purdy Eagles. Here comes Williams' deal. It looks like it's it's ball. 3-1, thought that was a strike, so did Canton Smith, but it was not. A 3-1 count, a runner on second base, and there's 2 outs. Here comes Hudson's pitch, and that's going to be a call strike. That fooled almost everybody, including the batter. He was headed down towards first base. So we've got a full count. It is the top half of the 5th inning, and there is 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch, and he got him with a strike 3. So there's another strikeout for Hudson Williams. When we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, the Neosho Wildcats are on the wrong end of the score with Southwest from Washburn, 2-0. The Cats will be coming up. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
What's all Wildcats all the time? Check out the Neosho Wildcats dedicated video portal on kneo.org. It's a site dedicated completely to your Neosho Wildcats. Watch the games live or see the upcoming game schedule on Neosho Wildcats portal at www.kneo.org. We want to take time to thank some of our sponsors who have been helping us out all season long, and if it wasn't for them, we normally say I wouldn't be here and you wouldn't be watching this ball game. Those are Eric Norris. He is your State Farm agent. Joe Ringstaff, your financial advisor for Edward Jones. Family Market, Farm Bureau agent Josh Johnson, Clark Funeral Home. Rise Family Fitness, and the Cats are getting ready to start out. And stepping in for the Cats is going to be a left fielder, Versluis. Here comes the first pitch, and he hits the ball hard right to the shortstop. Shortstop dribbles it, and he's safe. showed us a little bit of speed right there. It's the first time we've seen that from the shortstop. He is a pretty capable young man, but you just don't want to do that on Van Versluis. So Cats have got something going in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Here's Hudson Williams, and Versluis is going to run it, and he gets all the way to second base without a problem. Kind of a missed throw from the catcher. So the Cats have now got a runner on second base. And it's top of the batting order. Hudson Williams, Cade Spiva, and Quentin Hughes. It's going to be a ball. So we got a ball and one strike. Hughes came up in the first inning and he hit a triple to the alley, and that's where we kept him. We could use that again. There's a hit that's going to be right up the middle, and Versluis is going to try to score. He's going to come all the way in. And the umpire calls him, well, I'm not sure. Well, the runner got around to second base on a well-hit ball.
Now batting, Cade Spiva.
Well, I guess that's going to be the first out. Hudson Williams gets a double. Cade Spiva, the right fielder, is up. And Williams is looking things over, going to do what he can to mess with the mind of Paulson out there. The umpire never really did give us a call on that one. Looked like he was out from up here, but we didn't know for sure. And there's a high pop fly. Third baseman Morgan is coming in, and he's got it for the second out. And here's the shortstop, Quentin Hughes. He got that triple his first time up, and then he flied out to center field. Here comes the first pitch, and it is low. Meeks did a good job of smothering that ball to keep Williams from going to third base. Here comes the pitch, and there's a call strike. So the Cats need to do something. Their time is running out. We need to get some scores on the board. Kenton Smith is up after Hughes. There is a high pitch inside for a ball. So we've got 2 balls and a strike, and there's 2 outs and a runner on second base. And Paulson bluffs. I throw back to second base. Hudson's back in plenty of time. There's another ball. Umpire's getting a little bit slow on his calls, so 3-1 is the count. There is a runner at second, and here comes the pitch. And Hughes was looking for that, and it goes right up through the middle. And here comes Hudson Williams. He's going to come around, and he's going to score, and Hughes is going to make it to second base. So the Cats have scored finally. And Hughes gets a base hit, and he takes second on the throw in to home. So the score now is 2-1 in favor of the Trojans from Southwest Washburn. Here's Kenton Smith. He struck out his last time up. He was hit by a pitch the first time up. A runner on second base, and that runner is Quentin Hughes. Nice piece of hitting by Hughes to get the ball on the ground and move with it. There is a high fly ball that looks like it's going to be out of bounds, and it is for strike one. He just goes back over to first base. He's got a one of those sliding mitts on that we've seen become popular here in just the last few years to protect his throwing hand. Paulson looks back and looks up, looks back, and here's a pitch, and it's high and outside for a ball. After Canton Smith, it'll be Colton Sutherland, the second baseman for the Cats. Paulson looking down, gets a call from Meeks, and there's the pitch, and it is low and inside for ball 2. Center fielder Wyatt Taft is shaded just a little bit over towards right field. So there's a pretty good opening between right and center field. There's a hard hit ball and goes right to the shortstop. The shortstop up and over for the third out. But the Cats draw pay dirt. And the score now is Washburn 2 and Neosho Wildcats 1. We head into the top half of the 6th inning. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
The Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to download the new Experience Neosho app, available for free on the Apple and Google Play Store. Your guide to eat, shop, play, and stay in Neosho, and your direct link to KNEO Wildcat Sports. Download the app, register to win weekly prizes, and listen to your favorite Wildcat sports. Good luck, Wildcats. We can't wait to hear you ring that bell.
At Calvary Neosho, we aren't your grandmother's church, because she lives in Akron, Ohio, and that would be a terribly long commute for church. But if she did live in Neosho, we at Calvary would be delighted to have her come visit us. And since you live here, we would definitely like you to come visit us. Then, when your Nana comes to visit for Christmas, you can bring her to church and introduce us to her. We're sure she is a delightful lady. You can find us at Facebook/Calvary of Neosho, or join us in person at 3650 Oak Ridge Extension. We gather for worship Sundays at 10:30 a.m. Calvary Neosho. Not your grandma's church, but we'd sure like to meet her.
Well, the Cats got pay dirt the last time on a double by Hudson Williams and a single that went up the middle and then took second base by Quentin Hughes in order to make the score 2-1. Hey, we'd like to invite you to be back here with us at 6 o'clock. We'll go on about 5:30 when the Neosho Wildcats take on the Purdy Eagles. We're excited about that, and as we said, go over to the junior high, to the Chamber of Commerce Business Expo. I'll be over there when I'm not here. Jim Jackson will be there. Luke Taylor will be there. Come by and say hi to us. We'd appreciate it. And there's some opportunities to throw kind of one of those Nerf baseballs, and if you hit it in the right hole, then you win a prize. Up to bat is Charlie Pippen. Charlie Pippen was hit by a pitch and got around to third base. And there's a ball that's hit to Hughes. Hughes gets the ball over, and there's the first out.
Brings up Braden Garcia.
So the first out, it was one of those what we call turf bounces. It bounced way up high and made that play a little bit closer than it probably should have. Here's Brandon Garcia, and he takes a swing, strike one. Garcia struck out. He got a single and then was stranded at third base in the 4th inning. Hudson Williams is throwing the ball and continues to just sail right along. There's nobody in the bullpen, so coaches got all the confidence in the world, and rightfully so. Hudson's throwing a good ball game. Here comes his next pitch. There's a call strike. So we've got a ball and 2 strikes and 1 out. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Center fielder Taft is shaded over, or not Taft, but for Sluice. And there was a call, or strike 3. He reached for one, but that's the next strikeout for Hudson. And let's see, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8th strikeout for Hudson Williams. Aiden Barnett is up. He struck out his last time up in the 3rd inning. He got on by way of an error and came around to score. Now Versluis has moved over a little bit more to dead center field. The flags have switched over just a little bit. Now they're blowing in towards right field. And there is a pitch that is low and inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cats have got to come back and get the bats going again. And there was a in spite of catcher Smith's ability to be able to frame that pitch, the umpire wasn't having any part of it. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Williams throws that one high and outside for a 3-1 count. After Barnett, it is the top of the batting order. Logan Gregory will be up. Hudson takes a big deep breath. There's a little swirl of wind, and there's a ball that's fouled off. So the count now is 3-2. Well, the umpire's going to call timeout for just a minute. I'm not sure what that was about, but Burnett's back in there, and here comes the pitch. Call strike 3. Got him. Another strikeout for Hudson Williams as he just goes right along. And the score remains the same. We move to the bottom half of the 6th inning. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. The score is 2-1 in favor of the Trojans from southwest Washburn. We'll be right back after this. The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the 4-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
John Ball with you from Roy B. Schaefer Stadium. The Wildcats are down by 1. Colton Southern is the batter for the Cats, and there's the first pitch from Paulson, and it's high and outside for a ball. Cats did a good job of scoring and getting going this last time. We need to do that, turn around and do that again. And there's a hard hit ball that's way up in the air. Center fielder Taft is on his horse, and he makes the play. So Southern flies out to the center fielder. That brings up Brody Crane. He hit the ball hard his last time up and hit it right down the third base line and was stranded at second base. Here comes the first pitch from Paulson, and there's a hard hit ball. That's way up in the air, too. And center fielder Taft's going back, and he's not going to get it. And Crane's going to go all the way to the fence, and Crane is coming to third base. There may be a chance, and he's been waved on in, and this could tie the ball game up. Here he comes in, and the catcher's not going to make it, and it's a home run. Home run. The Cats are up by, they are now tied, and there was a nice ball by Crane. He hit it way up in the air, and the wind got a hold of it. Center fielder Taft had trouble running it down, and it got behind him and got to the fence. And Brody Crane, who plays safety for the Wildcats, by the way, showed his speed and just came right on down. Here's Cooper Dowd, the sophomore, and he hits one way up in the air into left field, and he's flied out. So that's the second out. Here's Jaden Nichols, the third baseman, who made a really nice play over on third base a while ago to look the runner back from second and still get the guy at first base. There was a bat in the way, so Cats went by and picked it back up. Here comes a ball low and outside. After Nichols, looks like we're going to have a pinch runner. And there's a ball that's hit to the shortstop, and it's a hard hit ball, but it was a bang play. But the Cats do score again. 6-3 was the out, and the score is now tied at 2. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this. The Freeman Family YMCA is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Serving the four-state area, the Freeman Family Y believes in putting Christian principles into practice through programs, building a healthy spirit, mind, and body. With 2 locations to serve the area in Grove, Oklahoma, and Neosho, the Freeman Family Y open 5:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 5 on Sunday. For more information, you can go online to ymcaswmo.org or call us at 417-455-9999.
A new era in local sports begins. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report is where you'll find all of your local sports information. Join Sports Director Michael Imami and reporters Chaz Wright and Tashina Coleman every night. We cover Little League, high school athletics, Missouri Southern, and Pittsburgh State, along with countless community colleges in the 4 states. We cover it all. So whether you're a Chiefs, Cardinals, Eagles, or Wildcats fan, you won't want to miss the Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report.
Welcome back. We do have a pitching change. In fact, it is the top half of the 7th inning. Cade Spiva, who's been playing right field, comes in to finish it up for Hudson Williams, who's done a really, really good job for the Cats. Number 4 is Caden Welch, is out in right field for the Cats. Mr. Hudson gets an opportunity to sit down for a well-deserved rest. Spiva looks like he's got a couple of little off-speed pitches for sure. As we said, this ball club is deep when it comes to pitchers, which is something that Coach Bo Hessel and staff have not had for a long time. And we've just got a couple of guys that are up in the bullpen, just kind of loosening up. We want to remind you to be back with us at the 6 o'clock ball game tonight when the Cats will take on the Eagles from Purdy. Pre-game show will start about 5:30 or somewhere thereabouts, because you know how those ball games last when you're in a tournament like this. So we're excited about that. He's taken all of his warm-up pitches, and leading up in the top of the 7th is going to be the top of the batting order, and it's Logan Gregory. Lebanon and Purdy play at 3 o'clock, and then Neosho and Purdy play at 6. Here comes the first pitch from Spiva. And Kent Smith tried to frame it, but umpire wasn't having any of that, so it's ball 1. Here comes the next pitch underway. Low and outside for a ball. Gregory gets in there from the left-hand side of the plate. Spiva looks it over, takes a deep breath. Here comes a pitch, and that one hits the ground in front of him. So the count's now 3-0. Cats tied the ball game up with an inside the park home run by Brody Crane. There's the first. So it's going to be ball 4. So Gregory walks. So there's a runner on first base, and that is going to bring up number 21, Caleb Ayers. He has gotten on by way of a error. He is grounded out 5-3, and he struck out in the first inning. Comes the first pitch, and it was a great catch, stab by Crane, or not Crane, but Spiva. It was a bunt, but it was a line drive. He dove after it and turned around and doubled off the runner at first base. So he decided to make a pitcher's best friend himself. So it was F1 and then 1-3. So there's 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning. And here's the pitcher, Paulson. Spiva takes a deep breath, and he rocks and fires, and that ball's foul back for strike 1. As you've heard me say 2 or 3 different times here in the last little bit, it is great to have pitchers that are fielding pitchers as well. Spiva working from the stretch. Here comes the next pitch, and it bounces in front of home plate for strike one, or for a ball. Spiva looks down at his wrist coach. Here comes the next pitch, and it gets away from Kenton Smith for a ball outside. Spiva working from the stretch, and here comes the pitch. A little bit inside, so the count now is 3-1. There's 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning for the Trojans from Washburn. Spiva rears back. Here comes the pitch, and it's swung on. It's going to be fouled out of play, but that makes the count full at 3-2. Flag out in center field over by George Washington Carver now is pretty straight out towards left field. There's the next pitch, and that's high and outside for a ball. So Paulson gets on first base, and here comes Tristan Morgan. He has struck out, and he has flied out to center field twice. What a great victory for the Cats. If we could stymie them somehow right now and then come back and take a walk-off run. And there's a hard-hit ball, and it's caught by Hughes, diving catch for the 3rd out. So that should be the ball game as far as batting is concerned. It's bottom. We're going into the bottom half of the inning, and we are tied up 2-2. We're going to take a timeout. We will be right back. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats and the KNEO Sports Network.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
All Wildcats all the time. Check out the Neosho Wildcats dedicated portal on the kneo.org. It's the site dedicated completely to your Neosho Wildcats. Watch the games live and see the upcoming game schedule at the Neosho Wildcats portal at www.kneo.org. We want to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. We want to thank Missouri Southern State University, Southwest Missouri Bank, ProLube Auto and Tire Center, Josh Dodson, he's your Farm Bureau agent, Calvary Baptist Church, Neosho Daily News, Crowder College, and Eric Norris, he is your State Farm agent. It is the bottom half of the 7th inning, and what better way for the Cats to get going fast than start with Mr. Versluis. He walked the last time up, came all the way around to second, and then tried to stretch out to get our first run, was tagged out at home. First was swung on, and it's foul ball, strike 1. Be the top of the batting order after that, and I believe that, it's Hudson Williams, even though he was taken out, a pitcher is going to be hitting, and there's a ball. No, it was not a strike. No balls and 2 strikes on Ben Versluis. Mr. Paulson probably remembers walking him, and there's a hard-hit ball to the shortstop, and Versluis with his speed makes it really close again, but it's for naught, as it was a 6-3 out. And there is 1 out. Here's Hudson Williams. He doubled his last time up and came around and scored the Cats' first run. After him, it's going to be Cade Spiva, who is the pitcher now of record for the Cats. Now we're taking time out for an equipment check from the home plate umpire. comes Hudson Williams' first pitch. It's a call strike one. Got that outside corner. Paulson's just been bruising right along, and there was a pitch that Hudson probably should have swung at. It was low and inside, but Paulson has done a really good job. He's on the mound for the Washburn Trojans. There's a ball and 2 strikes. With 1 out, we could very well go into extra innings. And there is a hard hit ball, and it is. Hudson's going to get around to second base. We could not see that ball, but apparently it got behind the left fielder. Here comes Cade Spiva with 1 out. After Spiva, it is Hughes, who's had 2 hits in the ball game, and then Camden Smith. And there's a ball high and outside. Cats could end it all right here with 1 swing with Hudson over on second base, and there's another ball high and outside. Don't know for sure what happened over there in left field, but we're going to assume that ball got behind the left fielder, Burnett. And there's a ball that, good job by Meeks of keeping the ball in front of him, but that makes the count 3-0. And there's 1 out. Here comes the pitch underway, and that's ball 4. So we've got runners on first and second. And here is Quentin Hughes. He has had a triple and a single that took second base by the throw into home. And Coach Mann says, wait a minute, let's talk about this for just a minute or two. And we'll see, they may be talking about just putting him on, because he has hit the ball and he's hit it on the nose twice, just pretty hard. Well, apparently Coach Derek Mann is out there and they're kind of talking it over. I'm sure that Paulson is pleading his case to stay in the ball game, and Coach Mann says, okay, that's just what we'll do. I would assume at this point they may not walk Hughes intentionally, but they're sure not going to give him anything to hit. And here's Paulson with his first pitch, and that was swung on strike 1. He's not real happy with himself for that for some reason or other. Runners on first and second for the Cats, and there is 1 out in the ball in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Paulson looking, here comes the pitch, and there's call strike 2. He's got some sort of a little sinker that floats just a little bit, and just before it hits the plate, it drops in. Kenton Smith will be up next for the Cats. Counts a ball and 2 strikes. There's another ball high and outside. That evens the count at 2-2. After Kenton Smith, if he gets on, it is Colton Sutherland. 2-2's the count. There's a ball 3, and the base runners are going to advance because that ball hit the ground, and that takes a little bit of the pressure off. A single ends the ball game for the Cats. A fly ball, and they're going to go ahead and walk him. Yeah. So Hughes is on first base by way of a walk.
Now batting, Kenton Smith.
Kenton Smith, the 4 slot hitter, also the catcher. All he's got to do is get the ball up in the air. Bases are loaded. There is 1 out. After him is Colton Southern. Here comes the first pitch from Paulson, and Canton's going fastball hunting. That one was high and outside for a strike. Great opportunity for the Cats to win their first ball game right here. And there's call strike 2. That was that little sinker slider type pitch that just kind of floats up there. No balls and 2 strikes on Canton. And there is a ball. So the count now from Paulson is 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. The bases are loaded. Bottom half of the 7th inning, and it's a tie score. Paulson kind of looks around. Smith backs out of the batter's box. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit, and it goes right back to the pitcher. And there's 2 outs. Ball thrown home, but Canton gets on to first base.
Now batting, Colton Southern.
2 outs. Bases are still loaded. And here's Colton Southern. He had a hit the other night in the ball game against McDonald County Mustangs, one of the 2 hits that we had. Steps in there. Here's the first pitch, and it's high and outside for a ball. Paulson takes a deep breath. Here comes the pitch, and there's a call strike. One thing about the ball game, as fast as it's going, extra innings are not going to matter one way or the other. There is a ball outside. Because it's just 2:15, second ball game's not slated to start for 45 minutes. Southern takes time out, backs away from the batter's box and to look things over. And Paulson, here comes his next pitch, and there's a hard hit ball, and it's foul. It was down the third base line, and that was the right idea, but it was just a shade foul. Over on third base stands Cade Spiva. He has an opportunity to get a save in this ball game. Should the ball be hit and him score. Here comes the pitch, and it's high and inside for a ball. So it's a full count, 3-2. There are 2 outs. It is the bottom half of the 7th inning, and we're knotted at 2. Colton Southern, the big second baseman, takes time out to walk around for just a minute as he waits for Paulson. And here comes the pitch. Everybody's running, and he struck out. So we go into extra innings. The Cats had a great opportunity. It just did not work out for them. We will go into the 8th inning with the score tied at 2. You're watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
Are you hitting the road without the protection you need? Your car is your trusted companion, but it still needs a safety net. Get the auto insurance you deserve with Community Insurance. Our affordable plans are designed to protect you from life's little bumps and unexpected detours. Visit our website at firstcommunityinsurance.net or call us today at 870-793-9876. Community Insurance, your trusted companion on the road of life. Community Insurance is a subsidiary of First Community Bank.
People's Bank of Seneca, proudly investing in our community and you since 1996. Locations in Joplin, Neosho, and Seneca. Bank PBS, peoplesbankofseneca.com.
Well, it is the top half of the 8th inning. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors, too. Fawcett Greenhouse, the Big Nickel, Insurance Benefit Consultants of Neosho, Tally Tire, the law firms of Wood and Peterson, Newmac Electric. All of those people combined to bring you the ball game today. So go by and tell them how much you appreciate it. As I said, we're getting a little bonus time here. It is the top half of the 8th inning, and the score is tied. Cats had a great opportunity. They had one out, and the bases full, and could not bring across the run. Cade Spiva's on the mound for the Cats in relief of Hudson Williams. And Derek Mann is going to send Wyatt Taft, the center fielder. Wyatt Taft has been hit by a pitch twice, and then he grounded out 1-3. Spiva looks down here. There's the first pitch, and it's hit hard, and it's stopped, and Nichols has got it, and it's an overthrow, and Taft is going to go ahead and go to second base. Nichols stopped that ball, did a great job of stopping it, but probably should have stopped right there. So Taft is on second base, and there's no outs. I understand wanting to make the play, and I would be right there with him, probably make the same type of mistake, but unfortunately it was to naught, and now Southwest Washburn has a runner on second base. Brings up the catcher, Meeks, who struck out twice in the ball game. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's flied out to center field. First pitch is high and outside. Looked like he was going to bunt. Cade Spiva in relief of Hudson Williams. Looks over, the infield is in for the bunt. Here comes the next pitch, and it's bunted foul. So now we've got a ball and one strike. Spiva looks back at the runner on second base. Here comes the pitch. Looks like we'll try to bunt one more time, but that's a ball outside. So the count is 2 balls and a strike. And there's no outs. It's the top half of the 8th inning. Cade Spiva takes a deep breath, looks back at second base. Here comes the pitch, and that one is picked up, collected by Spiva, goes over to Sutherland at first base for the first out, but the runner does its job, and he goes on to third base.
Now batting for Charlie Pippen.
Charlie Pippen is the first baseman. He has flied out. He has grounded out. He was hit by a pitch also and stranded on third base. Side 2. Making sure Camden Smith is limber out there. That's 2 of them on the outside that he's had to make sure that he kept within the ballpark. 2 balls and no strikes. There's 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And it's swung on for a strike. Cats could use a strikeout right here. Spiva stretches, looks around at everybody. Here comes the pitch. Inside for a ball. Count now is 3-1. 1 out in the top half of the 8th inning. Score's tied at 2. Spiva takes a deep breath. Here comes his pitch. And it's swung on. And it's going to get through the infield, but a run is going to score. So Pippen delivers with a base hit, and Taft comes in to score. The score is now 3-2 in favor of the Trojans from Southwest. Runner on first base. Here's Brandon Garcia. Here comes the pitch. Called strike one. Garcia struck out twice in the ball game. He's had a single and was stranded at third base. Aaron Burnett's up after him. He's had 2 strikeouts the last 2 times he has been up. Spiva looks like that he was going to throw the ball over to first base, but thought better of it as the runner was diving back. Here comes the next pitch, and it's swung on for a foul tip. Strike 2. It's top half of the 8th inning. There is a runner on first. Washburn has broken the tie with a run, and the runner is going. Looks like it was a hit and run. It was fouled off. So everybody will go back and we'll reset. And there was a pitch that got past Lawson over there at first base, and the runner goes on to second. Appreciate you all being with us this afternoon. Hopefully this has been an entertaining ball game for you, but let me do one better than that. It's about 70 degrees outside. The wind's blowing just a little bit. We've got 2 more ball games. The Cats will be playing again at 6 o'clock, and they'll be taking on the Purdy Eagles. Come on out and enjoy the ball game and root on your Wildcats. There's a high pitch that was high and outside. It'll make the count a ball and 2 strikes on Brandon Garcia. Runner at second base. Spiva looks it over. Here comes a pitch, and that one's popped way up high. I believe it's going to be out of play, and it is. So the count remains the same. A ball and 2 strikes. Spiva just kind of looking. He takes a deep breath, and he looks back at second base. Here comes the next pitch, and it's in the ground, and the runner is going to get third base. Pippin had a good lead that time, and Smith did a good job of keeping the ball in front of him, but it just was not. Pippin's lead got him to third base by the time Brandon got the ball, or Kendon got the ball and threw it. So there's a runner on third base. The count's 2-2. There is one out of the top half of the 8th inning. Cade Spiva in relief of Hudson Williams. And there is a high fly ball. It looks like it's going to be out of play also, and the count will remain the same. Swung on strike 3. That was the out that we needed. It most certainly was. So there's 2 outs now, and here is, well, looks like we've got a pinch hitter. And that pinch hitter is number 23. And that is Trey Ray. Trey Ray. There's 2 outs, and there's a runner on second base, and Ray looks like he could hit the ball a ton if he got a hold of it. Here comes the first pitch from Spiva. Ball 1. Spiva takes a deep breath. Here comes the pitch underway, and he hits it high. It's going to pop up, and it is Spiva is calling for it. No, Ken Smith is calling for it, and there's the out. So picked up 1 run. The Cats averted a disaster because it could have been a whole lot worse. Score is now 3-2. The Cats are coming up in the bottom half of the 8th inning. You are watching the Neosho Wildcats on the KNEO and Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. We'll be right back after this.
McKay Quality Roofing is a proud supporter of KNEO Radio and the Neosho Wildcat Sports Network. They are located in their new offices at 8115 South Neosho Boulevard. They specialize in roof removal and replacement of residential and commercial properties. In order to serve you better, they have offices in Neosho, Cassville, and Grove, Oklahoma. Call McKay Quality Roofing at 417-455-3326 for a free quote or online at McKayQualityRoofing.com for more information. And go Cats!
Are you hitting the road without the protection you need? Your car is your trusted companion, but it still needs a safety net. Get the auto insurance you deserve with Community Insurance. Our affordable plans are designed to protect you from life's little bumps and unexpected detours. Visit our website at firstcommunityinsurance.net or call us today at 870-793-9876. Community Insurance, your trusted companion on the road of life. Community Insurance is a subsidiary of First Community Bank.
Wyatt Taft is a new pitcher for the Trojans in relief of Paulson, who did an admirable job all the way around. Taft comes in from center field. Hey, we'd like to remind you to go over to the expo in the junior high building, and the Neosho Area Chamber of Commerce is doing the expos. Come by and see us. We have our booth set up. Me, Jim Jackson, and Luke Taylor will be there, and it is for businesses from 3 to 5. Then it's open to the public until 8 after that. Come by and throw a ball and see what you can't get done and pick up some either popcorn or candy apples or any of that stuff that's going to be out there. Here comes the first pitch, and there's a strike one. And the pitch is going to be on, the batter is a freshman, and Kendon Welch. He came in left right field when Cade Spiva came to the mound. Good-sized young man steps in from the right-hand side, and he swung on for a foul ball strike two. So the Cats have got to do something. They got their back against the wall, bottom half of the 8th inning, and they're down by 1. And there's a strikeout.
Now batting, Cooper Charlton.
And here's Cooper Charlton. He's the DH. He has grounded out. He's taken a base on balls. In fact, he's grounded out twice. He steps in from the left-hand side. There's the first pitch, and that's a hard hit ball down the right field line, but it's out for foul ball, strike one. Charlton beat that one out. It was a ball that was going into third base and went deep into third base, and he made it out. So the Cats have got something going. So Charlton is over on first base. There is one out. And here's Jaden Nichols, the third baseman. He's had a base on balls, and then he has grounded out 6-3 twice. And there's a call strike on the outside corner. Taft in relief of Brandon Paulson, who's probably thrown just an awful lot of pitches, and that's the thing about tournaments like this. You want to be careful your pitchers don't get too many. Oh. Meeks popped up and threw the ball over to first base to Pippin, but Charlton was back in plenty of time. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cats are down by 1. Here comes the next pitch from Taft, and it's outside for a ball. So Finn Versluis is up next, and there's a hard hit ball, and that's going to get through. And we've got 2 runners on. Runners on first and second. So Jaden does his job. He hits the ball through the hole at shortstop, gets on first base. And now here's Denver Sluice. Sluice has walked, gone around to third base and was stranded. He got on by error. The shortstop in the 5th inning and was stranded at second base, and then he is grounded out. There's a ball high. Once for Sluice is on base, then it is the top of the batting order. It looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter then, too. Ball 2 on the outside. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. We're trying to figure out who the batter on deck is. Here comes the next pitch, and that is low and outside for a ball. So the count is 3-1. Runners on first and second, and there is 1 out. Cats badly need a score, or this ball game is over with. Ball 4, and he walks him. Oh, called strike 2. First Luce thought that was a ball. Probably a couple other people did too, but it was for all for naught. And the count is full. 1 out, runners on first and second. Taft comes through with a pitch, and there's ball 4. So now we've got the bases loaded, and there is 1 out. I'm not sure who number 28 is, but he's a left-hander. He's going to step in there. Okay, that's Brody Arthur. He was wondering when he stepped in there if that wasn't him. And there's a solid hit, but it's up in the air, and we got a couple of people trying to chase it down, and the center fielder catches it, and it's an out. So, fly to the center fielder, and that is the 2nd out. And here's Cade Spiva.
Cade Spiva.
Spiva's got his chance right now to certainly save the ball game. Bases are loaded. There's 2 outs, and looks like Derek Mann wants to stop and talk to his pitcher for just a minute, and he's waving at somebody to come in. Maybe he's not. Spiva had one of the 2 hits against McDonald County on Tuesday evening. And a ball through the middle is at least going to tie the ball game up. With the speed that we've got, there's a chance that we could walk off and win the ball game. Here comes the first pitch from Taft, and it's outside, and we're going to score a run, so that's going to tie the ball game. So the Cats pick up a run, and everybody advances. Wild pitch from Taft, and that scores Cooper Charlton from third base. Spiva can win the ball game right now with a swing of the bat, and there's another ball out inside for ball 2. Taft looks, here comes his pitch, and it's swung on for a strike. I bet Spiva would like to have that one back. He was looking to make contact in a big way. 2 outs, and we will go to the 9th inning unless the Cats score 1 right now. And there's another one, and it looks like that's going to be the ball game. The Cats win it in a walk-off. Another wild pitch, and the ball game is over. So the Cats win it by a score of 4-3. We're going to take time out for this, and we'll be back. I want to remind you to be back with us at 5:30 this evening as these Neosho Wildcats, with their first win under their belt, take on the Purdy Eagles. We'll take time out for this, and we'll be right back.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Well, the Cats win it. That moves them to 1-2. The winner of the ball game is going to be Cade Spiva in relief of Hudson Williams, who had 8 strikeouts. The ball game lasted considerably longer, I think, than anybody wanted, and that's not the way that we want to win the ball game with 2 wild pitches, but we certainly will take it. Hey, be back here with us at 6 o'clock this evening, or 5:30 is when we'll start our pregame show, and we will be playing the Purdy Eagles. Then tomorrow we'll take on Lebanon at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll have all the championship games on Saturday. God bless you for watching us. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. But hey, come on out here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. There's a lot of baseball left to be played, and support your Wildcats. So until we see you at 6 o'clock, this is John Ball saying so long, take care of yourself, and go Cats. All right. Let's see. Where would you like to set up, sir?
I'll tell you what, I'll just set up in this little cranny here.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, now I can move anything you need me to.
Maybe your camera.
Okay.